Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Kev and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be diving into 3 incredible overdrive pedals from J Rockett Audio Designs. The Dude, the HRM, and the Mark Lettieri signature Melody EQ Overdrive. These are all inspired by the legendary Dumble Overdrive Special, an amplifier that has produced some of the most sought-after guitar tones on the planet. I'm going to break down what makes each pedal unique, demo them back to back, and help you figure out which one best fits your style and your rig. Let's go ahead and get into it. Quick little bit of housekeeping before we dive into these 3 Dumble-inspired pedals. If you're a guitarist, a musician, or you just love nerding out on gear, make sure to subscribe to the channel below and ring the bell so you're notified the next time we drop a video. It really helps support the channel, keeps me doing what I'm doing, and I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. Just for some quick context, I want to explain why I'm making this video. Last month, I posted an in-depth demo and review of the J Rockett HRM pedal, and I got a lot of questions from y'all asking about how it compares to the Dude, and whether or not the Dude might actually be a better fit for you depending on your rig and style. So instead of answering everybody one by one, I figured it made more sense to also pull the Melody into the mix, showcase all 3 pedals side by side, and really break down and explain all the differences. That way you can hear all the pedals back to back and decide which Dumble-inspired overdrive best suits your rig and style. Before we get into the pedals, we have to talk about why the Dumble Overdrive Special is such a big deal. These amps were hand-built by Alexander Dumble, and every single one of them was customized for the player who ordered it. So there really is no one Dumble sound, but there are general traits that are consistent among all the amps. You get this incredible harmonic bloom, a super articulate mid-range, sensitivity for days, and this singing violin-like sustain that feels almost alive underneath your fingers. Some iconic players that have used Dumble ODS amps include Robin Ford, Larry Carlton, John Mayer, Sonny Landreth, and even Stevie Ray Vaughan had an ODS in the mix at times. And once you hear that sound, you immediately understand the hype. It's dynamic, it's expressive, and it just makes you want to play. And that's what companies like J Rockett are chasing with these pedals. So here's the quick rundown. The Dude is J Rockett's take on the traditional Dumble ODS. Smooth, round, vocal, and super touch responsive. The HRM is based on the Dumble with the Hot Rubber Monkey mod, and that mod included an internal EQ on the amp that made it sound tighter, more mid-forward, and more aggressive. Then you've got the Melody, which blends the Dude-style voicing with J Rockett's Blue Note circuit and adds a 6-band graphic EQ. That generally makes it the most flexible of the 3. Let's start with the Dude. This is your classic Dumble-style overdrive. You get that smooth drive, warm mid-range, round low-end, and just enough high-end to stay articulate without ever getting harsh. The biggest thing you'll notice is the dynamic response. The Dude cleans up beautifully with your guitar's volume knob and responds to your pick attack the same way those amps do. Let's go ahead and take a listen. Control-wise, the ratio knob is the real star here. It blends your clean and dirty signals inside the pedal in the same way that the Dumble circuit transitions between the preamp and overdrive sections. The Dude works great as a standalone overdrive, as a boost, or stacked with other drives to achieve that thick Dumble sustain. If you're a blues, jazz, fusion, R&B, or worship player, or you're just looking for that sweet traditional Dumble ODS tone, the Dude is probably going to feel like home. Next up is the HRM. This one is based on the hot rubber monkey modification that some Dumble amps had. In a real HRM modded amp, there's an internal EQ circuit after the overdrive section. This allows you to tighten up the low end and really push the mids forward. The result, a more aggressive, focused, punchier version of the Dumble tone. All right, let's go ahead and hear the HRM. If you want a more in-depth demo, click the link to my full HRM demo above or down in the description. You can immediately tell that the HRM has a bit more bite. The low end is tighter, the mids are more pronounced, and the top end cuts through just a bit more. You can also hear that the HRM's a little more compressed in a good way. It just sits in the mix with confidence. If you play hard rock, more aggressive blues rock, fusion with a little more attitude, or you're a heavier picker and you just want your notes to stay tighter and a little more defined, the HRM is the move. It's literally the Dude's angry sibling. Now let's look at Mark Lettieri's signature melody pedal. This one's interesting because it combines the core feel of the Dude with the transparency of J Rockett's Blue Note Overdrive pedal, then adds a 6-band graphic EQ. That EQ makes the melody incredibly versatile. You can basically sculpt this pedal into anything you want. Tone-wise, it can go from mild bluesy breakup to full smooth Dumble-Style Overdrive, and then into more modern-sounding lead tones just by simply adjusting the EQ. Let me show you a couple quick examples. The EQ is really what sets this pedal apart. You can brighten up dark amps, tighten up humbuckers, fatten single coils, carve your mix. It's just incredibly shapeable. If you play covers, sessions, worship, pop, blues, modern rock, really anything that demands flexibility, the melody might be the single best overdrive you can put on your board. So here's the direct comparison, first by tone and feel. The Dude is smooth, warm, and provides that classic Dumble feel. The HRM is punchy, mid-forward, and more aggressive. The melody is the most flexible. It allows you to emulate or approximate either of the other pedals, plus the EQ offers tons of extras on tap. Now by guitar type. With single coil equipped guitars, the Dude is going to fatten and add warmth to your tone. The HRM, on the other hand, is going to add bite and presence. Meanwhile, the melody can basically adapt to anything. With humbucker equipped guitars, the Dude becomes a thick vocal lead machine. Meanwhile, the HRM adds punch and helps your guitar cut beautifully in a mix. And with the melody, I found myself tightening up the low end to add clarity to humbuckers. All right, lastly, by genre and use case. If you play fusion or you're looking for smooth leads, go with the Dude. If you play hard rock or heavier blues rock, it's the HRM. If you're looking for versatility and tone sculpting, melody all day, baby. If your goal is to stack any of these with other drive pedals, I would either go with the Dude or the melody. Either one will work great. If you're in the process of building out a minimalist pedal board, I'd go with the Dude. That said, if you're going for a one pedal does all solution, It's the melody. To wrap it up, these three pedals get you into the Dumble world in three totally different ways. The Dude provides you that classic, smooth, blooming overdrive. The HRM is kind of the hotter version that's a little bit punchier and provides more cut. And meanwhile, the Melody offers the biggest toolbox. It can get you pretty close to all the tones that the other two pedals offer, but it also has way more on tap thanks to the EQ. If you're still not sure which pedal's right for you, I recommend listening back to the demos and really paying attention to the tones that inspire you. At the end of the day, the pedal that's right is the one that's going to make you want to pick up your guitar and play. If you enjoyed this little shootout, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments which pedal best fit your playing style. I'd love to hear your thoughts. All the product links and extras are in the description. Thanks so much for hanging out, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.